Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn topic for money. The content standard is notes and coins. The learning standards are identify notes of Malaysian currency up to 100 ringgit and determine the value of money up to 100 ringgit. The first note here is 20 ringgit. We will write in numeral as RM stand for Ringgit Malaysia 20. RM 20, 20 ringgit. This one is orange in color, rectangle surface. There is 20. So, number 20. There is a picture of hibiscus here. Portrait of the first Yang di-Pertuan Agong. And picture of turtles. Here we can see all the things on 20 ringgit note. The second note is 50 ringgit. RM 50. It is greenish blue in color, rectangle surface, number 50. There are 1, 2 and another 50 here. This one RM 50. Picture of hibiscus. Portrait of the first Yang di-Pertuan Agong here. And the picture of palm tree. Here is also the state, yes, Ringgit Malaysia. So RM stand for Ringgit Malaysia. The third note is 100 ringgit. We will write as RM 100. Make sure the RM is in capital letter. Purple in color, rectangular surface, number 100 here. That means this note is 100 ringgit. Picture of hibiscus, portrait of first Yang di-Pertuan Agong, and picture of Mount Kinabalu. Okay. If we see these three notes, there are some similarities. Okay, first, all the notes as hibiscus flower, and then portrait of Yang di-Pertuan Agong. These are the coins we used in Malaysia. Okay, the first one is 5 cent. This one is new cent, and then this one is old one. We can use either old or new. Okay, and then 10 cent, 20 cent, and 50 cent. Here also they stated 20 cent, 50 cent, 10 cent, and 5 cent. Okay, now let's look value of money. That means we use the value of money to pay something, to buy, or we can use the notes here. This bag cost 50 ringgit. That means we should pay 50 ringgit to buy a bag. I'll pay with a 50 ringgit notes. Yes, this boy will pay using 50 ringgit notes. How about he didn't have the 50 ringgit notes? He only has 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit or 30 or 100 ringgit. So, in this situation, he can buy the things using what? Combining the money or value up the money until he will get 50 ringgit. The first value here is 50 ringgit. We will write at 50 ringgit in word and the numeral is RM50. Here I show you abacus. That means this one, the divider, this point refer divider between ringgit and sen here. That means here is 55. There is no value here, 0. And then sen, there is no other sen. The value will be 50 ringgit. This is how we can represent the value of money in abacus. Okay, there is a divider between ringgit and sen. Okay, here there is a 20 ringgit note. Okay, 20 ringgit. How many cents are here? 50 plus 20, 70. Sen, 80 cent, 90 cent. So, we will write as 20 ringgit and 90 cent. We should state and here. Okay. RM20. Then there is a decimals here represent there is a cent after that 90 cent. Here in abacus. Okay. Make sure you write RM here. Okay. How many tens are here? 2. So 20. So 22. Okay. 0. That means no value in this column. And then how many cents are here? 90 cents. That means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 90 cents. There is no value here. We will read as 20 ringgit and 90 cents. The last one, 20 ringgit plus 10, we will get 30 ringgit, then 35 ringgit, 36, 37 ringgit and 50 cents. Came right as 37 ringgit and 50 cents. RM 37 ringgit 50 cents. We will represent in abacus as, okay, there are 30. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 30, 5, 6, 7. 37 ringgit. Okay. 50, that means the upper value here. 50 cent. Okay. Two. Okay, this notes is 50 ringgit, right? So 250 ringgit as the same value as 100 ringgit. That means if we use two 50 ringgit notes, okay, 50 plus 50 we will get what? 100. This one is correct, right? So 50 ringgit. If we didn't have 100 ringgit to buy a thing, we can use 50 ringgit plus 50 ringgit. Okay, 50 ringgit. Okay, we will add another 50 ringgit. Okay, we will get the same value here. Okay, 10 ringgit also has the same value as 100 ringgit. Is it correct? Okay, let's we see. 10 ringgit. Okay, 100 ringgit equals to 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit, 30 ringgit, 40 ringgit, 50 ringgit, 60 ringgit, 70 ringgit, 80 ringgit, 90 ringgit, 100 ringgit. Is it correct? Yes. This one. Okay. What is the value of the money? 50 ringgit plus 10 ringgit we will get 60 ringgit, 65 ringgit, 70 ringgit, 71 ringgit, 72 ringgit. So, and then how many cents are here? 72 ringgit, 20 cent, 72 ringgit and 40 cent, 72 ringgit and 60 cent, 72 ringgit and 65 cent. Yes, the answer will be 72 ringgit and 65 cent. Say the value of money. Here, all notes here. There is no coins. 50 ringgit plus 10 ringgit will get 60 ringgit and then 65 ringgit. We will write as R. Make sure these both are in capital letter 65. Okay. Then this one. 50 ringgit plus 20 ringgit will get 70 ringgit and then 80 ringgit. So you can write here like this. M 80 ringgit. Is it got any cents here? Yes, so we will put the decimal. 20 plus 10 will get 30 cent plus 5 will get 35 cent. We will say the value of money as 80 ringgit and 35 cent. That's all for today. Now you can do your activity in activity book page number 103 and 104. Thank you.